Coach, if you could just start us out with your opening comments on tonight's game.
I'd like to begin by congratulating Jim Heckleberry on the season that they've had and are still having, being named Coach of the Year, and the way she has conducted, I can't read it anyway, I don't have the glasses, and the way she's conducted herself as a first-year coach, it's borderline amazing how well she's done this year. I was not surprised. A lot of other people were. I wasn't. I knew she'd do extremely well. When you get my age, you allow yourself to be proud of people, even though they're your colleagues now. So I'm very, very proud of Jen and what she's been able to accomplish up to this point. Secondly, I'll congratulate Debbie Buff. They played extremely well tonight. We did not play well, and I think a lot of it had to do with Wheeling Jesuit and how well they played. And then finally, I'm unbelievably proud of my seniors. Tessa Falls listed as a junior, but she's finished with her eligibility, or her degree, and like a lot of girls, they want to move on in life, and so she's going to move on. She's got a job already lined up, and so she's actually kind of like a senior for us this year. And, but our other three seniors, 2 4-year starters and a 3-year starter, you know, if you've never coached, you just don't know the feeling. You just don't know what it's like after the last game with seniors that have been with you for 3 or 4 years like this. You have no idea the emotional attachment. I just told the players, and I'm not the, my wife tells me this all the time, I'm not the easiest guy to get to know. And I'm certainly not the easiest guy to play for. And I know that. But I think my players know that 5 years from now and 10 years from now, if they need me, I'll be there for them. And that's how I feel about these 3 seniors. Just amazing this year. I don't know how many of you keep up with us all year long, but you know, we won 22 basketball games this year, and we had to piece together a couple of positions. We lost our starting point in July, our starting 3 from last year basically didn't play this year. So we lost 2 starters basically for the entire year, and yet our 3 seniors carried us to 22 wins. And that's pretty amazing given the fact that they play the 3, 4, and 5 position. So they're not bringing the ball up the floor, and yet they still carried us. And they also carried themselves with a great deal of class. A great deal of class. And I'm not Roy Williams, so I'm trying not to break down. And because Roy tends to cry every time he talks to me. But when I go home tonight, or back to the room tonight, I'll have a moment. But,
you guys split Wheeling during their season, correct?
right, we beat them by 8 up there, and then they beat us at our place by 4. It was 1 possession.
Now, what was the difference, particularly in the win with Jill O'Brien? Did you handle her differently, or did she? Okay.
No, it was. She's a very good player. Obviously, she's a very good player. But no, there was nothing any different in any of the 3 games, except that I think down here we just didn't play very well. And you know, coaches a lot of times will say that. And maybe I don't even know. Again, I can't read it, but I don't know what we shot. I don't know what we shot from 3. But I think Wheeling Jesuit had a lot to do with us not playing well. You know, I think coaches don't want to admit that and give credit to the other team, but I think they played really well. I think our kids played really hard, very intense. I like the way we played until it said 0 on the clock. I think that's indicative of our program. You know, we've averaged 20 wins a season for 15 years. Not for 1 year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, but all 15 that we've been there, we've averaged 20 wins a season. And that's because our kids played till 0 on the clock, and I really like that as well. But nothing very different on Jim.
I was just wondering, because when Brian would beat her man off the dribble, there wasn't, I didn't see anybody sliding over to help or anything. I didn't know, obviously you guys...
We're supposed to do that. No, it's just, she's a really good player. Sometimes, in defense of my kids, sometimes, you know, they all know they're supposed to have upside defense on them. But we were kind of getting locked in to our people a little bit too much, and it was just a desire to guard your man. That's all. It wasn't anything else. And Jerry is really good at getting to the rim quickly, too. So I think that was difficult for us.
Girls, that was no surprise. I mean, I particularly remember the last game at home. Fairmont did not shoot the ball very well. Jayla really attacked the rim, more so than I thought she did in the first game. And tonight, they had 50 points in the paint. Obviously, their game plan was to attack you guys inside. That was no surprise to you guys, right? Talk to me.
No, we were ready for that. I mean, we tried to play the room straight up. I think we played hard defense, but that's what it was. Just help side, we were locked in. I think we all had the heart, but they got the lead at the beginning as much as we tried to cut it. They just were getting to the rim, got some early fouls that hurt us.
Yeah, you had to play with foul trouble. Haley Garrett was out of the game with like 9 minutes to go, and so you guys were fighting an uphill battle the whole game. It seemed like. Yeah.
No, I mean, I agree with Allie. I think we knew what the game plan was coming in. It was just, I think we were too intense. Like she said, we wanted to guard our man, but we didn't think about guarding, like helping anyone else guard theirs too, obviously. And when someone drove, no one was there, and that's how they got so many easy points. We got down so quickly.
You can take this comment however you'd like to take it, but what are we, 22 and what? We played 30 basketball games. It's the first time this year we've gotten in that kind of a foul situation. You can take and run with that however you like.
The hybrid girl, the big girl, just wonder about that little baby look. And then one time she went to her right and it didn't look good. And I'm not criticizing her, I'm just saying, were you guys not overplaying, or were you, I mean, just your approach against her in particular?
Take away her right shoulder, left hand. Sometimes we don't. And so do lots of teams in America.
Sure.
I mean, you can watch any level of basketball, and you can be in the game, and you can hear the announcer say, so-and-so only goes this way, and that kid will come down the floor the next time, and their defender will let him go that way, and it'll be Duke who just played defense poorly with that kid. It happens a lot of times. It's a lot easier for us to know that number 42 Logan's right shoulder, left hand, and not nearly as good going the other way, and emphasize it every single time you play knowing Jesuit and talk about it over and over. It's very easy as a coach or anyone in the stands to observe that and see that. It's very difficult if you're out on the court and you're in the emotion of the game and you're trying to get it done. So I'll bail my players out on that.
I've seen it a million times.
We all
Liam Ross, UC.
I mean, I can name player after player over the years. When we had Krista Gattuso, she got to the rim with her left hand anytime she wanted to. Ashley Maverick got to the rim with her right hand anytime she wanted to. And every team in the league knew which way
How
they were.
frustrating is that?
When it's my player, it's great. When it's my player not defending it properly. I mean, of course it's very frustrating. These guys will tell you, we spend a lot of time on scouting. We pride ourselves in scouting. We watch film quite a bit. You know, Stephanie Michael, my assistant coach this year, is fantastic. I mean, she literally watches 6 or 7 games on every team, and then I usually watch 3. So we're watching 10 films on every opponent all year long. Even if it's a 2-day tournament, we play Thursday, Saturday, we're watching 10 films. That's our goal for every opponent. So we're never surprised. We're never surprised. It's just difficult sometimes to get the point across enough that it happens. But I will tell you this, we're 22 and 8, and I think most of the time these guys have jumped on the side they were supposed to, defended a back pick the way they were supposed to, and so forth. It's just we didn't play very well tonight. And sometimes when you don't play well, it'll snowball. And things that you know how to do well defensively, you knew that Mariah was going to drive with her right hand. Now, you go back and watch the film, Mariah, number one, I bet you she didn't drive with her left hand one time. Okay? She drove every single time with her right hand. 3 or 4 times she got to the rim. And we knew that. But when you're not playing really well and in sync, certain things happen and you get brain freeze on certain plays.
Anything else?
Dwayne, you good? Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Before we go, thank all of you that cover women's basketball. And I say it every year when I come here, but we really appreciate it. Not everybody comes out and covers it, and you guys are sitting here, and it's, you know, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. So we appreciate it on behalf of my team, my players, and Fairmont State. Thank you.